Okay, I'm back with another video about place value, specifically about building that understanding for what places represent. If we don't have a solid foundation, you've heard me say it, from 0, 0 to 9 and 10, every number past 10 is going to be lost. We have to have that solid foundation. So I want to talk about how we talk about numbers with students. There's a lot of times, especially when we're thinking about place value representation, that we think of it as an adult and students don't have it yet, that same understanding yet. So I'm going to switch my camera around so we can talk about that. Okay, so here we go. So let's think about when we're learning to count. So if we have the numbers 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, we know that the English language, for whatever reason, doesn't make any sense. 9, 10, 11, we go to 10 and we want kids to think about this as 10, 1, but we call it 11. We want kids to think about this as 10, 2, but we call it 12. At least when we get to 14, we have that 4 in there a little bit, but it's hit or miss. We can't do anything about it. We can voice our opinion about it, but we're not going to change the English language. So we're just going to have to deal with that. But what I want to focus on is really thinking about when we're breaking 11 down into this 10, 1, the place value. And with 12, we're thinking about it as 10 and 2. Now, that's all good and fine if we keep it going. And here's what I want you to think about, is when we have the number, I said in an earlier video, we had the number 31. What is that? If I come back here to 11 and I know that was 10 and 1, then when I got to 21, I knew that that was 2 10s, because hopefully, going down the road, I knew that 20 is 2 10s, so this is 2 10s and 1. Sorry for the blurriness. And that this 31 is 3 10s and 1 1. Okay, so thinking about that, and then how we keep going. All right, so I want to show you one more thing, but I need more desk space, so hold that thought. Okay, so I just talked about, 31 as understanding that that's 3 10s and 1 1. Okay, and so then 41, 51, continuing that pattern. But what if, sorry that I bumped the camera, but what if, so new thought, let's say I'm trying to understand the pattern, I'm trying to teach kids about the patterns of by 10, 60, 70, 80, 90. So 60 is 6 10s, 70 is 7 10s, 80 is 8 10s, you know where I'm going, 9 10s. This, we call it 100, but what is it? It is 10 10s, right? And then we get to 110. Well, what is that? That's 11 10s. When we get to 120, what is that? That is 12 10s. Are you helping kids see this place value? I have 10 10s. I have 11 10s. I have 12 10s. Okay? All right. For you second grade teachers and up, I want to point out one more thing. Okay, so let's point that last part out here. So we're still talking about 10s, but what if I'm going by 100s? So I've got 800, 900. Think, what do we call this number? You probably thought of two things. You either said 1,000 or 1,000. right? Because this is 900 and 800. So then my next question is, what's this number? Adults a lot of times will call this 1,000, but then we'll come right back here and we'll call this what? You know it, 1,100. Now we all don't do that. Some of us call it 1,100, but a lot of us will say 1,100. How much is that car? Oh, that car is $1,100. Can you see where we're building the misconception here between what we're saying and what we're showing? So just keep that in mind as you're working through place value with students, and just beautifully write out and use the place value blocks. All right, everybody have a good day. Thanks for all you do.